I got my fertilizer in the bottom of the pail. I'm just going to put that there. That's the rest of that. I'm going to set my little Scott's Handy Green 2 spreader, little hand spreader. It's got a little adjustment on there with a crank. That's all you need. Very lightweight. Okay, that's our fertilizer. I always take a little bit more than what I need. Take my seed. I'm just going to show you real quick how much seed we got. Not very much at all. So we're just going to throw this on. I'll set it on number 2 to make the opening really small because this stuff's going to come out fast. I try and get down real low so that I get most of it in the plot instead of on the neighboring vegetation. Okay, that's it. Now, what I'm going to do is I got just a little bit of seed left. I'll put it back in the bag here. Throw that in a bucket. Now, what I'm going to do is just take my rake. I'm going to very, very lightly just go over this just so that I can barely get a little bit of soil on top of this seed. You definitely don't want to bury the stuff too deep because this seed is very small. And if you bury the small seed too deep, it won't have enough energy to push up through the soil that's on top of it. You could just leave this laying right on top if you wanted to. But I know from the weather forecast it's not going to rain here for about another week. So instead of sitting out here cooking in the sun, I'm just going to lightly cover it. And notice I got the tines of this fork, I got them pointed up, because if I had it pointed down, it would bury that seed way too much. Okay, that's it. We are done. It probably took me a total of 10 minutes to spray this thing in May, another 10 minutes to spray it in June, and it just took me 10 minutes to plant. So that's what, a half an hour? And I'll have a luscious food plot that deer won't be able to resist coming from the bedding area to the big open fields at night. They'll stop here just long enough for me to get a shot. Perfect situation. I won't have to come back here now until the bow opener here in Michigan. So that'll be about another month and a half, and everything will be calmed down by then. The deer, you know, this stuff will be probably 6 to 10 inches tall already by the time another 6 weeks when our bow opener comes around. And the deer will have found it after a week of this stuff growing, no problem at all. So don't worry about having to have food out in your plot all year long. And this will be an awesome little attraction plot. So, you know, if you can find a little spot where you hunt way back in the woods where you can't get any power equipment, you know that's where the deer are going to be hanging out the most, in the heavy cover once hunting season starts. You know, clear out a little section somewhere, test your soil, and put your fertilizer on, kill all the weeds, and come back in August, throw a little seed down, and by hunting season, you're going to have such a nice little ambush plot that, you know, you could create not just one, create two, you know, different areas, and keep those deer guessing. Don't let them pattern you. So just another little tip, if you want to see more tips on how to build food plots, how to create buck beds, how to create and improve your whitetail habitat, and other tips on how to hunt the 7 different phases of the hunting season correctly, just head over to my blog at huntfulltime.com, and there's you'll see another video there on how you can get access to more of these tips. So good hunting this year.